Hey everybody, it's Mike Young and Denise Young. I got my reusable shopping bag. We're gonna go shopping, we're walking, we're doing our daily vigorous aerobic exercise, and that's what this video is about. It's a special request from Denise. She wants to know about aerobics, not just aerobic exercise, but the whole concept of aerobics as a class, right? Yeah. That's what you wanted an article on. So we got this fitness class. So we got ChatGPT to write us an article and give you some pretty interesting historical information.
I asked about it because I didn't hear about it until like 1984 in gym class when our phys ed teacher had a song and she taught us all these moves and we did aerobics. And we thought it was something brand new, but...
Hey, but also... Oh, sorry, go ahead. Before you start.
From a biologic standpoint, I mean, humans have been doing aerobic exercise for a millennia, so I wanted to know why it was such a big thing in the 80s.
Yeah, and you know, of course, if you watch us and you read my book, Live to 150, which is free at liveto150.org, you know you need at least 30 minutes of vigorous aerobic exercise every single day. And if you can't sleep, you're probably not tired because you're designed to do this kind of stuff. And this article talks about the history and how we got to kind of like the conundrum that we're in now.
Yeah. So why wasn't aerobics made popular until the 80s? Aerobics is a form of exercise that involves rhythmic movements and is performed to music.
Classes, right?
Yes. It is a type of physical activity that has been shown to have numerous health benefits, including improved cardiovascular health, weight loss, and increased energy levels. Despite these benefits, aerobics did not become popular until the 80s. This raises the question, why wasn't aerobics made popular until the 80s? Haven't we always known that aerobic exercise is good for you? What happened in the 80s that suddenly made aerobics important? And was it that a critical percentage of people were involved in sedentary occupations? According to a study published in the Journal of Frontiers in Public Health, advances in technology have led to a substantial reduction in the amount of incidental physical activity.
AKA work.
Most people were in the office in the 80s, taking their kids to daycare.
So now everybody's a desk jockey, basically, right?
Yeah. Physical activities previously conducted as part of a standard working day, like active transport.
Yeah, and like me, let me tell you guys, if you don't know this about me, I don't even mention this in the book. I have had a landscape business for like most of my life. I am 53, and really when I was about 8, I started a landscape business, pushing a lawnmower around and mostly cutting grass, and I still am active in that business. I used to do that almost every day of the week, which provided me with a huge amount of aerobic exercise that nobody else got. I mean, I used to say I got paid to exercise. You know, it wasn't in class or anything. And then everyone else had to go to work and then exercise outside of work. I was exhausted when I came home every day. And I still am. I only go right now during the growing season up here 1 day a week, but it's like sunrise to sunset, so I'm still exhausted.
Yeah. So part of a standard working day used to mean active transport and doing manual labor as part of domestic duties around the house, like cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, and that's another thing, right? Most people, I'd say, who are younger and have kids and have money, they don't clean their own houses. They don't prepare their own meals. They don't even wash their own dogs, from what I'm hearing nowadays. They have these mobile dog grooming services that show up and wash your dog for you.
Yeah, all my work mates have house cleaners.
Yeah.
They've been reduced or replaced by machines. Think of your Instant Pot or your air fryer.
but not the cleaner. There's no robot that shows up to clean your house. No. So you're missing out. The point is you're missing out on aerobic activity. Every time you get a convenient service like that, and even the one I provide as a landscape business, you are cutting away your own physical activity. So that's a major problem.
I bought my daughter a Roomba so she doesn't have to sweep
Oh my gosh, yeah, there you go. You cut away as if anyone needs a reduction in physical activity. The only person that needs a reduction is someone like me when I used to go out and do a landscaping work 5 days to 7 days a week. I could have used it, but it's funny because it's the other people that don't need it and shouldn't get it that get it nowadays.
This has led to an increase in sedentary behavior, which has been linked to numerous health problems, including obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. The rise of sedentary occupations is one of the factors that contributed to the popularity of aerobics in the 80s.
Okay, and let me also mention you cannot out-exercise a bad diet, so let's not think that. I know this article doesn't really center on that, but I want to make sure the takeaway is not that, all I got to do is a little bit more aerobic exercise and I'm all good. No heart disease, diabetes, or whatever. That's not true. Watch our other videos for an explanation of that.
Over 80% of all U.S. jobs are predominantly sedentary.
Yeah, desk jockeys.
Well, yeah, even truck drivers are sedentary.
Yeah.
Placing full-time office workers at an increased risk for cardiovascular and metabolic morbidity.
And psychological disorders, that's the other thing. That's the biggest benefit you're going to get is not non-communicable diseases. Those are mostly foodborne. But psychological issues are lack of aerobic exercise. And another thing is to consider that the food that most people eat, like even you go to like the keto diets and stuff, they're trying to imitate like the cave people, right? The problem is the cave people were active all the time in an effort to survive. So we're eating the cave people diets, or trying to, yet we've eliminated all of the activity that was associated with that lifestyle. It doesn't work that way.
As a result, there was a growing awareness of the need for regular physical activity to counteract the negative effects of sedentary behavior. Aerobics, with its emphasis on cardiovascular fitness, was seen as an ideal form of exercise for this purpose. Another factor that contributed to the popularity of aerobics in the 80s was the emergence of the fitness industry. The fitness industry began to take shape in the 1970s.
Is that a pun? The fitness industry began to take shape?
Yeah, with the opening of the first health clubs and gyms. These facilities provided a place for people to exercise and socialize, and they helped to popularize aerobics as a form of group exercise. The fitness industry also helped to promote the idea that exercise was not just for the athletes, but for everyone. The popularity of aerobics in the 80s was also due to the fact that it was a fun and social form of exercise.
Yeah, that's the main thing, I think.
Yeah, aerobics classes were often held in large groups with music and dance-like movements.
Extroverts love it.
This made it a more enjoyable form of exercise than traditional forms of physical activity such as running or weightlifting. The social aspect of aerobics also helped to motivate people to stick with their exercise routine. That's true. When
Accountability.
I went to Jazzercise, I had friends there who I would talk to every day about how their day was. So it was more of a social thing. In conclusion, the popularity of aerobics in the 80s was due to a combination of factors, including the rise of sedentary occupations, the emergence of the fitness industry, and the fun and social nature of exercise. While we have always known that aerobic exercise is good for you, it was not until the 1980s that it became a popular form of exercise. With the growing awareness of the negative effects of sedentary behavior and the emergence of the fitness industry, aerobics became an ideal form of exercise for people looking to improve their cardiovascular and overall fitness.
All right, well, all the sources for this are cited. If you go to my Facebook timeline, Mike Young, or if you go to our YouTube channel, which is aPlantBasedDiet.org, the shortcut for that is aPlantBasedVideos.info. You're watching it now, actually, if you're watching this. And just go around the time that this video was released and you'll see the full text and all like hyperlink clickable sources for all the sources that are cited in here. Do you have anything?
No, I was surprised that it didn't mention that Olivia Newton-John song "Let's Get Physical."
Oh well, you could. I could have put that in there.
That went with it. Yeah, and we all wore leggings and luminescent tights on, and wore our fanciest outfits.
Fanciest?
Yeah, we had really luminescent leotards and matching tights that we would wear to aerobics class. So it was. It was like a fashion show.
You had to kind of go shopping just in order to make it to class that week.
Yeah, you had to look good to go to aerobics. It was like the fashion show. It was a social scene. And,
Yeah.
and you didn't cover up afterwards. You wore those to the grocery store afterwards.
Nowadays it's yoga
Shopping.
pants. There weren't any yoga pants then, right?
Yeah, we don't look as ridiculous anymore in our exercise clothes.
Okay. Well, so if you have any other comments, let us know in the comments down below. Ideas for videos, please give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Also, make sure you're out there getting your exercise and not sitting down watching this, so you can listen to us while you're walking or running or whatever, and subscribe if you don't already. So we'll see you there in the next video. You can also get some merch like we have for our water. We get when we're walking on our aPlantBasedDiet.org website. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.